Hello everyone and welcome. Kelly here, where we learn to master our mirror, and just wanted to connect with you today. I'm in my beautiful studio, and this is where I hold my dance classes and just really teach these kids to love themselves from the inside out. And we're really changing the way we teach ballet, but anyway, that's another topic. But just wanted to say hello, and just remember that you're always going to get a reflection of what you believe. And I'm really learning that one of my core blocks to union is believing that it's possible, believing that this is what my twin wants as well, and believing that he's going to follow through and change his life for us. And I know I've done that for my twin as well. I've changed my life. I've made a huge transformation, and I didn't necessarily do it for him. I did it for me, and I did it because I wanted to get out of pain. And so I just want to share, if you're in a place where you're struggling, if you're doubting, if you're, in kind of fear because you don't really know what the future holds, I really encourage you to get support. I remember when I went through my dark night of the soul, I spent 9 months just in real fear and doubt and was super unsure about what was possible for me and my union. And I've been learning in a community. I've been learning how to navigate the mirror, and I'll say it's been absolutely miraculous to be able to go from a place of fear into a place of love and peace and joy. And I'm in this place where I'm really starting to allow my joy to come back. I'm getting that part of myself back that I think anytime we go on this journey, at least for me anyway, it kind of halted me in my tracks, and it almost like stole all my joy for a little bit. It really, what it was just doing was bringing up all of this stuff to clear and heal, to prepare both of us for union. And that's what's happening. The heartbreak that you're feeling was already there before your union. It's just got to be cleared. Your consciousness has to be purified, because we're really ascending. We're really going to a place in life that we're learning to be leaders. We're learning to release the codependency. We're learning to step up and speak our mind and hold people and each other accountable. And that's what my coach does for me. She absolutely keeps me accountable. I was talking with my brother last night, and was just telling him that's what the biggest thing is. Like, all of my closest friends, even if they're not in this, the Twin Flame community, they're coaches and entrepreneurs and people that are, leading the way. And, if you're not in your life purpose yet, that's certainly okay. But just know you're absolutely designed and meant to have a life purpose with your twin. You don't need them to get started and to create it. But, it's really about coming to peace with the things that you're guided to do and allowing God to heal anything in the way of the things that you truly desire, the things that you truly want. And you're always going to be supported. And if you have something in your heart that you want to do, that's also God's will. He wants you to be completely supported. God, source, universe, however you think of it, right? And I'll share, when you take inspired action toward the betterment of yourself and toward the betterment of humanity, you're going to be supported. That's been my path and my journey. And even when I've kind of veered off and made decisions from a place of love, from a place of risk and moving forward, but it wasn't quite in alignment, I was able to come back to the center and to the heart of where I was in things. And so just know you can't really mess up your union. You can't ruin it. You and your twin are designed to be together. It's literally written in the stars. And so it's allowing it to unfold naturally and gracefully, and respecting and honoring each other's boundaries, but also going in and healing those places that need to be healed. If you're afraid to reach out to your twin, then there's places that need to be healing. If you feel like you need to wait till your twin reaches out to you, there's places that need to be healing, because the truth is that the regular male-female dynamic doesn't necessarily apply in the same way in a twin flame union. We've learned to create these roles for men and women, and yes, the divine masculine is the giver and the protector, and the divine feminine is the receiver and embodies love and compassion. However, the same kind of gender role-playing type stuff doesn't necessarily play out in the same way in a twin flame union. And if you make a core choice that you're not going to reach out to your twin flame, they're making that core choice with you. And so it's about, if there's anything in your experience that needs to be healed, that's where you can go and work with a coach. That's when you can go and really learn to go into your heart and heal. And this can happen for divine masculines. This can happen for divine feminines. It doesn't really matter who is more inclined to do the spiritual work. The truth is, you're both doing your spiritual work. You're both doing what's guided. So we can always look, oh, they're doing this and that, we're going to get super upset about what they're doing. But the truth is that you choose together. So if your partner is not talking to you, or is with someone else, or is with many people, they're really just discovering. The truth is that each person that you have dated, okay, or could potentially date if you decide to jump off your twin flame journey, it likely has parts and bits and pieces that would potentially remind you of your twin flame. It's just that your twin flame is like wrapped up all in one person and is exactly your perfect compatible person. And so so it doesn't mean that you can't be compatible with someone else, but it means that your perfect companion is your twin flame. And you're always going to want something more. No one can satisfy you like your twin flame. And the truth is that when you learn to heal your consciousness and purify the doubts and the misaligned beliefs, that's what heals your union. I remember for years, a couple years ago, I remember my twin, I was just sharing in my heart like where he was hurting, but I couldn't feel it. And he was pointing to me that I actually didn't believe that I could have my union. I didn't believe him to be available. And because I had that belief, like, he was really hurt that I didn't believe in him. And it's kept us apart much longer, right? Because I didn't know how to believe in him, and I'm still working through it. Or we'd be together right now. And that's okay, wherever you are on your journey. It's about working through your blocks, learning to trust God's source, spirit, and learning to trust ourselves, and learning to allow life to unfold naturally. So, but again, I will say it is about purifying your consciousness. And I will say that self-love is different than self-care. I'm like a ballet dancer. It takes a lot of support in order for me to be pain-free. And I'm not always pain-free, but I really, really, really do a great job about like nipping things and taking care of things as they come up, so that I don't end up with a really messed up body. And I'm 41 and I can do point and tons of big jumps, and I'm like very physically active still. And I take exceptional care of myself. But that's different. Self-care is different than self-love. Self-love is about healing the part of you that is hurting, the part of you that, maybe it's childhood stuff, maybe it's past partners that you've had. And, and one thing I will share too, this is super, super powerful. So I was guiding one of my clients through a session, right? And at first he was talking about what his, I won't get into specifics, but he was talking about what his Divine Feminine was experiencing, because they're in communication, and he was talking about a certain thing. And then as, and I've been guiding him to really focus on his feelings and not try to heal for her, really just focus on what's healing for him. But he wasn't able to get there on his own to see where he's reflecting the same consciousness, because as twins, you're going to call in a lot of the same experiences. But if I were to, for instance, you there in the audience, right, or you there out in YouTube world, right? If I were to try, say I knew something about you, and I would try to heal something for, it would only work for a twin flame. But the idea is that even though we have the same consciousness and we heal together, I can't really heal my twin flames, their experience, because it's what they're feeling, right? That's their job. That's God's job to help them heal. My job is to go in and to feel the experiences that I have and what I attract into my life. And you attract very similar things. So you can trust that what you are experiencing, your divine counterpart is also experiencing, but in a different way that's more aligned with them. And so when you go and do the inner work on the things that you have been hurt and challenged with, you also do it for them, because they attract similar experiences. And it's okay to be the one who does most of the grounding and the spiritual work. That's okay. The other person is doing experimental work. They're following their divine self, and it's okay to allow them to have their experiences and respect their choices and to really honor them in that way. And I really feel that when you honor your twin, it's really going to help honor the union. So anyway, I just wanted to share, it really, really, really is safe to focus on your own healing, but I would encourage you, because it's really easy to look at the outside world and say, oh, things are not shifting. They are not shifting. But I tell you what, if you come and do this work, you learn what the mirror exercise is about, and you learn the work, you're going to feel it right away, because you start to heal layers of your union immediately. It's the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. It works with the law of attraction, but I've been doing professional development work for 10 years, but nothing has helped me like the work that I'm teaching, because it heals the feeling of being hurt. It helps you to trust God more. It helps you to trust yourself more. It helps you to trust your twin more. And when you really purify your mind like that, your heart and your mind, really you want to be making decisions from your heart and using your mind on the how to bring that about, right? But really allowing your heart to guide you. So with that being said, I need to go get my daughter from school. But you guys have a beautiful evening. Really, really looking forward to connecting with all of you. Feel free to like this, share, comment, ask questions. I'm here for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.